All right.
Welcome to Two Crazy Scoots Podcast with your hosts Ayo and Antino. This week we got two special guests from out of the country, so enjoy this episode. So that's the intro, Josué. Here and
Nice.
Love the energy.
yeah,
I do too.
gotta bring it. So we've met Perry before, but you haven't met Josué, and you're in Angola as well, correct?
Correct.
And Angola, from what I'm looking at on the map, is southwestern Africa.
Yes.
Do you live close to the water?
I do, actually. I live in Luanda, the capital city. So, yeah, it's a few kilometers from the beach.
Oh, I see that. Yeah, I had to
Yeah.
pull up a map, like I said, because I'm not really like geographically educated.
It's okay. Me too.
I'm going to actually pull it up too because I've looked at it before, but it's always nice to have a good visual.
Mm.
And then Perry, you did live here in Phoenix for a little bit, but you are in Luanda as well?
Luanda as well, yes.
Oh, okay.
I think we live 15 minutes from each other. Josué, 15-ish.
Perfect. That's
think.
it. If you're in a
15
mood, you
minutes
can
walking, right?
sometimes
15
12,
minutes
13.
walking.
It depends.
If you run, maybe 20 minutes.
So,
yes.
what are some things
really
that you
close
think
to-
maybe people don't generally know about Angola from the U.S., I guess, from what your experience, Perry?
Well, its existence.
There's
That's maybe the
civilization this
first
side
thing.
too.
The existence. Well, I think. So I moved to the U.S. in 2013. I think, yeah, 2013, and well, it was me and 15 other people. Like we went there for school, like to learn English first, and then go to like to university. So we assumed like we're going to America. Like these are the smartest people in America. And then we're like introducing each other, like ourselves. Like, I'm from Angola. I was like, what is that? Angola, Africa. I was like, oh, okay. And they'll be like, okay, Africa. It makes sense now. But we just knew people. I don't know. I got really disappointed at first because I just assumed people knew geography. And
Nope.
we would say Angola is Southwest Africa, and they're like, yeah, no clue. But yeah, so that may
I had a friend
be
who
the first thing. Yeah,
I had a friend who was from Togo one time, and he asked me if I knew anything about Africa. He's like, "When you think about Africa, what do you think?" And I was like, "Giraffes and lions." He's like, "No."
That's it. Yeah.
That was the
That's
wrong
picture.
answer. That was the
Yeah.
big wrong
That's
answer.
the picture the Americans have, but we actually know more about Americans than Americans know about Africa in general.
To be fair, though,
Yeah.
that's typical for all countries outside of the U.S. Americans don't know much about any country.
That's true.
Oh,
This reminds me of Trevor Noah.
Of what?
Trevor Noah.
Trevor Noah, the host for the Daily Show. He sometimes said something about this. Americans don't know
Oh yeah.
much about nothing. Yeah.
And they go on the street and interview people like, where is this country or where is this city? Yeah.
Mhm.
So then,
yeah.
what are the different languages that are spoken? Because I know obviously Portuguese is one of them.
yes.
Yeah,
I think
we have
Portuguese is
many.
well, it's not. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Perry. Sorry.
Oh yeah, so I think Portuguese is not the official language, not the national language, but the native language or the national ones. We have many, as Josué was saying. I think the last time I Googled, I had to Google this too. Was maybe over 15, maybe more. But yeah, the most common ones Kimbundu, Umbundu, and Kikongo, I think. Where, because back before the Portuguese came over to Angola, the country used to be divided into kingdoms. Was how many kingdoms? Do you know, Josué? I forgot.
I forgot. I only remember two: Kingdom of Ndongo and something about Congo, Reino do Ndongo, do Congo. I think two. It could be more. Sorry.
Yeah, so maybe 5 or something. And so each kingdom had their own language. And so when the Portuguese came, and so everyone had to learn Portuguese. So like I think the languages got mixed up, but still up to this day, you can see like people in the South speak mainly one language. People up north, same or different one. But in Luanda, I think we're like the American version of Angola. People in Luanda are more self-centered than anyone else in Angola. Maybe because it's the capital, but yeah, we know very little about our country just because we were born in Luanda.
Then how many languages how many of those 15 languages do you guys each speak?
That's it. Good question. So we're from the capital.
I know more Spanish than any other.
Yeah. So here in Luanda, we're supposed to speak Kimbundu, which is the local language for this region that we're in. But I can barely speak Kimbundu. I know very few words, and my mother is actually Kimbundu. She was born in the north of the country, and my father is from the south. So she speaks Kimbundu, and he speaks Umbundu. So I just know few words from each languages, just to greet and get food and water, so that I don't starve when I travel to those places.
Are there any similarities in those languages? Like, can we hear like can you say something in each of those languages?
Good morning in Kimbundu would be Wazekele.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and in Umbundu would be like Walale or Ndalale.
Ndalale. Walale. Yeah. Interesting.
Isn't there one we say Walalepo? What is Walalepo? Is that Umbundu as well?
It's Umbundu, but it's like a version of it mixed in some other areas. They speak like this. Yeah.
Okay, so we're all learning here.
We're all learning, yeah. That's true.
Yeah, even though we live so close to Mexico, I still only just know a little bit of Spanish, even though my family is Hispanic. So I know enough to get by, like you said, to find the restroom if my bladder's gonna explode.
That's it. That's what you need.
That's all you need.
Yeah.
So, so Portuguese. A lot of people don't know that there's two different kinds of, I keep forgetting the word for it. Accents? Is it? It's the accent, right?
Variation. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think there's more than that, because there's like the real one, and we have the Brazilians on the other side. Just kidding. But I think the way people divide it, we have the continental Portuguese, which is mainly spoken in Portugal, and then the Brazilian ones. But we can also include the Angolan Portuguese, Cape Verdean, Mozambican, because everywhere you go, you have a different accent. But except Brazil, every other country follow the Portuguese standards, like the rules and stuff. But as to, I mean, accents, yeah, every country has their own version. But there's two main ones, as we know it, Brazil and Portugal. But yeah,
that's it.
So then when you were here in the US, what accents in English were hard for you to understand?
Ooh, English.
Or were there
Yes,
any
there is.
expressions? Because did you speak English before you came to the States?
I knew enough. Oh, I knew enough to order pizza. That's one of the. That's one of the first things that I did. Because it was me and some other friends. We in the hotel. We actually went to Houston first
Hmm.
before I went to Philly. We spent maybe a week there. But we wanted to eat. I think it was our second day there, and everyone was really shy to like get to the phone and call the pizza people. So I took the phone and I don't know how, I don't remember what I said, but the pizza came. I don't know how, but they came with the pizza, so that was quite nice. But I met this guy from has to English accent, like the American accents. I think he was from maybe Mississippi, not Mississippi, Wisconsin, something like that.
Hmm.
And yes, whenever he spoke, I had to like pay very close attention to him.
Hmm.
Uh,
Yeah.
it was very difícil, very mucho difícil. I don't know. I yeah, it's really hard to understand. I think is it a southern accent? Are they is it south? I think
Yeah,
no.
there's like a southern accent.
Yeah, because I was gonna say if you were talking about Mississippi, yeah, that's definitely a different accent for sure. Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, that
Okay,
you're gonna get a
those
different
guys, yeah.
sound there.
But yeah, like the way the R's and the L's come out, they
Yeah,
just throw me off.
but
But
what I
yeah, I think
found,
And what
go
about
ahead.
Texas?
Texas, yeah,
Texas.
Texas has their own accent as well, I guess you could say, and their expressions that they use.
Yeah, like butter my biscuits and
Yeah, butter my biscuit.
there's yeehaw.
Antonio's the only one who uses those expressions.
Yeah.
I heard in Texas there's only three races. That is black, white, and everyone else is considered Hispanic. Is that true?
I don't know. Antonio would know better than me.
I would know better than you. Well, there's a lot of like different like you were saying how you go in different areas of Africa and you have like different accents. It's the kind of the same with like Spanish, because I think a lot of people in Texas would come from and again, I'm not a source of good information, but they come from like Juarez and stuff like that, whereas a lot of people from here would come from like Hermosillo, because it's just like north. And so like you have a lot of different the food's different, especially in California too. So in California they use a lot of corn tortillas, and here they use a lot of flour tortillas. And then in Texas, I have no idea what they use because I'm not that familiar with it. They have a lot of brisket.
Brisket.
So it's just like as you go, you can like taste the same food but made a little bit differently. So it's kind of cool. Like my friend's wife, she's from California, and she came here and didn't really like the food. Just didn't taste the same as what she had back there.
Pobrecita.
Yeah.
So have either one of you had a chance to travel to any other countries within Africa?
Yes, I have.
So
we actually went to South Africa.
Yeah, I've been in South Africa, Ethiopia, Addis Ababa, but just for a couple of hours, I'll say, yeah. So I was going actually to Nigeria, and we had a layover in Ethiopia. So
that was a layover. It doesn't count.
It doesn't count, but I get to taste the foods, the beer. I get to know the people. So we spent a night there, so twice. So I think it counts a little bit.
Yeah.
So and Namibia too. So South Africa, Nigeria, Ethiopia, and Namibia.
Okay. So what are some of the differences? Like give us like a rundown of some of the differences between those places. Like for example, Nigeria. What are some of the things that are maybe different, like the customs, foods?
Nigeria, oh, my brother, oh. Everything is different. Oh. Nigeria is way busier than here in Luanda. Actually, there is a lot of traffic in Luanda, but when you go to Nigeria, you cannot compare the traffic from Luanda to Nigeria because they have about 350 million people, maybe. So
Wow.
it's crowded that side.
In Nigeria?
A lot of people in Nigeria, yeah.
Okay, so that's actually more than how many people are in the States, because I think the States in the U.S. we have about 330 million people, I think, roughly.
330?
Yeah.
Let's Google. It's
I'm gonna
better to
fact
Google.
check you right now.
Yeah, but Nigeria has a lot of
I think
people
Nigeria
too, so.
got us outnumbered.
Yeah, it's busy. And another thing about Nigeria is the food. They use a lot of spicy.
Okay.
We here in Angola, we have some provinces or some states that do eat spicy foods, but in Nigeria, it's way more than everything is spicy that side.
Okay.
Yeah, that's how a lot of the Mexican food is here. Like you can put as much spice as you want, and sometimes someone will be like, "Oh, I made this thing," and then you like eat it, and it's just their tolerance for spicy is like up here, and yours is like down here, and you're just like crying on the floor, and they're like, "What's wrong?" They're like little kids are eating it like nothing, and you're just there like dying.
Nothing. That's it.
Very
you're
true.
Crying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, so when they tell you like, "Oh, this is just mild. This isn't that spicy," that means you're going to die.
You're going to die.
I'm gonna get something.
Yeah.
That's funny. Now,
these are
go ahead. I'm sorry.
I got these are they're called chiltepines.
What is that?
It's a chiltepin. It's like a chili. So what you do is you crack it up and you kind of like mash it, and you just use one, and this is as small as it is, and you can put it in a soup, and you still got to be careful because it gets really hot. It gets so hot, and they're just that small too. I mean, even just smelling it, it's like spicy.
It's spicy.
Oh, dude, I
do like spicy.
Yeah, that was a bad idea. Don't smell them.
You need water now.
Yeah. Ugh. Anyways, my mouth kind of burns. So yeah, you got to be careful what you eat. I checked it, Aaron, and there's 328 million people in the U.S.
Okay.
And I checked in Nigeria, it's less actually. It's close to 200 million. So I was.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but
I was gonna say if they were at 350, they got us outnumbered.
That's still a lot, though. That's surprising.
It is.
Yes, yeah, it absolutely is.
Because we are about 20 million, and the majority of it, like 8 million, is in Luanda. Although it's a very small province, very small state, but we have 8 million people, so you can imagine how crowded it is.
Wait a minute. So, are you saying Angola has about 20 million?
Yeah, we do.
Okay, so because I'm looking at the map, because I still have my map pulled up, and it looks like land-wise, Angola is bigger than Nigeria.
Well,
like
not
on
sure
the map.
about the size. On the map.
It looks bigger, but you're saying Angola got about 20 million, and Nigeria is like 200. 200,
yeah.
Wow. Hey, was there any other customs in Nigeria that you thought were different from, like, aside from the food and stuff? Was there anything that because like how much time did you spend there?
3 weeks, I think. Yeah.
3 weeks.
3 weeks.
Yeah. So was there anything that you had to get used to as far as the customs?
Let me see. As far as the custom, no, I think it's probably much the same.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, another difference is the clothes. They do not wear so much suits as we do. They go more for the national, or what is the words? Local costumes, so to speak.
Okay.
The traditional outfits where you have a hat and you have your clothes made out of the African fabric.
Okay.
So they use more of those clothes than suits as we do. We got
Okay.
more of the European style of dressing.
Got you. But do you have the
Yeah.
same? Do you have the same in Angola? Do you kind of wear some of the same with the African fabrics and stuff as well, or is it just not common?
It's not common. We do have some small population that do wear them, but it's not that common. Widely, it's just European style.
Got you. Okay. All
Like
right.
for like a
Yeah.
special occasion or something, would you wear like a suit or
Like a wedding or something.
like a wedding?
A suit, smoking. Everyone is smoking. Yeah, that's
Okay.
it.
Got you.
Yeah, but some are trying to mix now. So when you go to a wedding, you can see some wearing the national of local fabric,
Mhm.
local outfits. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Cool. And what about and you said you went to South Africa and Ethiopia too?
Yes. Yes.
So how are those in comparison?
Well, Ethiopia, I can't say much since it was only a layover. We spent there 2 nights.
Mhm.
Yeah, one night when going to Nigeria, and then the second night when coming back. So I didn't get to know much of the city. I just stayed in the hotel. But South Africa is also a little bit different from here. It's one of the most developed countries in Africa. So it's more organized, it's more clean. And in general, yeah, it's way the life is way better than us. The cost of living, it's cheaper than Luanda, Angola. It's very expensive. Everything is expensive. But yeah, in overall, it's beautiful. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, when you
They
say
have more parks as well where we can find the animals. Yeah, but here not so much.
okay, so you don't have any of those like safari type things in Angola.
We do have one or two, if I'm not mistaken, but one is most famous. But we don't have many animals. It's just like 5 or 6 types. But in South Africa, you can find everything and anything.
Okay, got you. Hey, is it expensive to fly in like to other countries within Africa? Like, for example, how much could I expect to pay for a ticket from Angola to Nigeria, for example, or Angola to South Africa?
Let me try and convert. The last time we went, it was 350,000 kwanzas. So let me see that in US dollars. 351 to 3,000 kwanzas to USD.
So I think we lost.
Yeah. Yeah, he's
He'll be
changing
back.
his PC. He'll be
Oh,
back.
okay.
Yeah. So it should be about $800 to change. Yeah, it's a little bit expensive, not so cheap.
Okay, got you. And now you mentioned earlier about the cost of living in Angola. So what, like in the area where you live in, like let's just say I wanted to, is it common to rent homes there and apartments? Like do you have a lot of apartments?
It is.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if I wanted to rent a 1-room apartment in the area where you live at, how much would I expect to pay roughly?
Between let's say 15,000 kwanzas to 30,000 kwanzas maybe, and this should be $50. No, how much is? I forgot the rates. Let me see here.
You know, I should have had that ready. I should have had a
Fancy calculator.
a calculator.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah, in my area it's not so expensive, but if you go to the city, to the town, yeah, that's way more expensive. You can find apartments of $2,000 per month or more.
Okay.
But here in my area, you can get something under $50, $50 to $100 per month.
Okay. Oh, that's not bad.
But yeah, it's not bad.
Okay. Now, what about utilities and stuff? How much do utilities run? Like internet, gas, electric? Do y'all have gas?
Oh,
We don't have gas.
We do. Internet is very expensive. We only have 2 cell phone companies, mobile companies. So they have their prices very high. One of them is very good, the connection, the one that I'm using now, but it's super expensive. And the other one, the connection is very poor and it's more cheaper.
Go figure.
Yeah. So so internet is very expensive. Yeah, the other basic commodity is not so much. Water is accessible, but we don't have many places that have running water.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a challenge as well for some people.
Okay,
Yeah,
so the ones who don't have running water, do they have to go to like a central area to get their water, or?
yeah, or either they travel long distances to buy in other places where they have. Yeah. And electricity is also a problem. It's not expensive, but I think there's not enough to cover the whole country. So
Mm-hmm.
there is a lot of blackouts, so to speak. So you have energy one day and the next hour it's gone. It stays like this for the whole week, the whole month.
For
Although
the
it's
whole
improving now. Yeah.
for the whole week. Okay, I can see a week, but a month, that's a bit much. That's a bit
Yeah.
much.
There was a time that we spent maybe 6 months or more, no power, no electricity. We had to buy the generator and buy gas, fuel, and diesel to have electricity. Yeah, but now it's improving, but it's not so common everywhere. There are still some areas that have problems.
Okay.
In this aspect. Yeah.
So in the area where you're at, you don't have
Mm-hmm.
that issue too much right now. But in some, are you
Mm-hmm.
talking about, when you say in some areas, are you referring to some areas of Angola or some areas of Luanda specifically?
Both. Even in Luanda, it's just the city and the neighborhoods that are close to the city that have power. If you go to distant places, like let's say not so distant, maybe 30 kilometers from the city, yeah, you can have a difficult time to get water and electricity.
Okay. All right. That's interesting because I've only the only thing I've seen as far as Angola, I've seen pictures obviously, but I've also looked at some YouTube videos of people who were like filming or walking around the city. So that's all I really know about it as far as like how it looks. But the way it looked, it just looked like an American tropical city. That's the only way I could describe it. Yeah. But oh, that's cool. So for you, what do you like to do? Like, first of all, what do you do for work? Let's start there.
I work as an electrician, but right now I'm not working. I'm commuting, so that's what I'm doing. Computers.
Oh,
I'm
awesome.
in computer department.
Oh, awesome.
And I'm working at network. But yeah, I'm an electrician.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Yeah.
You're doing computers right now, though. But did you have that background before too, or no?
Just the basics. Just the what do they call user support? Okay. Yeah, I did a course. Yeah, and that's what I work. Okay. What I do for work.
Oh, so are you kind of like help desk, sort of like when people can call in with different? Yep. Got you.
That's it. Okay. Yeah.
Oh, that's really cool, man. That's awesome. How far of a commute is it for you?
Sorry?
How long of a commute is it for you?
It's getting to 4 years. December 2016. I started in December. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
That's awesome, man. That is awesome. And what are some of your hobbies? What do you like to do for fun? I know
movies.
COVID. Okay, movies.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like to go to the movies, but right now, no can do.
Yeah.
It's on the TV. Yeah, but I like music as well, so I'm learning to play the guitar.
Oh, cool.
Okay, nice. Well, Antonio is he's a professional. He's put out several albums. And
wow, you gotta teach me.
He's very good. So if you ever need some pointers, I'm sure he'll be glad to show you.
I do play guitar a little bit.
Nice.
And by a little bit, I mean he's a professional. He's just being modest.
I think you have to get paid to be a professional. I don't think people paying me to stop playing is part of that. I don't know if that qualifies or not.
Interesting.
Yeah, he's definitely a musician. Cool. And there's something else I was going to ask you too about.
I always ask about food.
Oh, okay. So what does a typical meal look like? So I don't know. Is it typical there to do like breakfast, lunch, dinner, kind of like here? or do y'all have like a
Yeah.
different? Okay, so walk me through a typical day worth of meals. Like, what's a typical breakfast, lunch, and dinner for Angola?
Mm-hmm. Okay, breakfast usually is very simple. It's not the English breakfast or German breakfast. No, just very simple. Just bread and some tea, butter. That's it. It's done.
Wow. No
You're good
pancakes,
to go.
and eggs, and sausage.
No. It's rare to have those. Sometimes you can have cornflakes and yogurt or milk, but breakfast. Some people actually skip breakfast because it's not so common to have it here. But then lunch is a serious thing. Then people usually take it more serious, and they like to eat something heavy.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm just trying to see if I have a picture of here. Have you heard of funge?
I think so. I think I've heard people talk about it.
Yeah, so usually lunch and dinner, it's more of a heavy food like funge and other stuff. Yeah.
Okay. And what is it made out of? Like, explain because most of the people who are listening, they're not going to understand like what it is exactly.
Oh, yes, sorry. So funge is made out of cassava. Do you have cassava that side?
We do.
Yeah, so it's cassava powder, and then they put it a little bit of water and they mix it. It's a little bit hard. Yeah, not so soft.
Okay.
But there's two types. You can make out of cassava and out of corn as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perry's back, but he's muted. There we go.
Yeah.
All right.
So I'm telling them about funge, Perry. Do you want to add something that I skipped?
No. It's too hard for me to explain food. I've tried. It is really difficult. Sorry, my internet was misbehaving. So I had to.
So you must have Josué is telling us that you had two internet service providers there.
Oh yeah, I was actually trying to switch between the two, but none of them was working. So
I think what we found out is that Josué, he might have the more expensive one.
Yeah, but it's disappointing me. I was in a call before and I dropped it a few times. So even the most expensive is not so reliable.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, we were using Wi-Fi here, so so I had to connect the Ethernet cable straight to my computer to keep everyone out of the Wi-Fi. I think there was too many people.
Okay.
And well done. So for dinner, and then so you gave us breakfast, lunch, and what about dinner? What's the typical dinner?
The dinner sometimes it's funge as well, heavy food, fish, beans. It depends, But people here usually eat dinner very late. It's not like 6 p.m. or 5. Yeah, it's 7, 8, and 9. And it's something also solid. It's not so soft.
Okay.
It can be equal to lunch,
Oh, okay.
Is there something you guys eat there that you think maybe Americans would think that it's weird?
Yeah, there is the worms. We call them catatus. It's like a worm before it becomes a butterfly. So we go there and we interrupt the cycle and we eat it.
Oh man!
Oh wait a minute. Yeah. So you grab it while it's still in the cocoon, basically?
Yes. Yeah. Some people find it strange. They cannot eat it.
Yeah, I can see that. Okay, that's pretty cool. And now, so what do you do? Do you season them up and fry them, or how do you prepare them?
Perry, we cannot hear you. But
sorry.
we do that.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah. Now it's better. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Were you saying something about catato?
Yeah.
How do you prepare it?
I've had it one time. It's crunchy, but it depends.
Yeah, it is.
I don't know. Josué has more experience than I do.
So you get them, you kill them, you take out everything inside, and you let them dry for a while. and then you can
Yes.
boil or you can fry them. It's delicious. You season a little bit, yeah. You have to try.
Yeah, I would.
It's actually crunchy. It's
Yeah, it
interesting.
is.
Does it taste
It's
like chicken?
What?
No,
No.
it tastes like cockroach, maybe.
Oh.
Cockroach. Oh, la, la.
I know you're joking.
Yes.
There's no way.
What's something you ate here, Perry, that you think that people in Angola might think is weird?
Oof. Let me see.
I thought of something, but I'll tell you after.
Go ahead. Maybe.
Okay, so
Taco Bell. No.
well, here's something that I realized that both George and Perry did not like. I went to, I can't think of the name of the place. It was one of those Chinese places, and I got them like some sweet sour chicken, and they hated it. They hated it. George was like, "Oh no, this is sweet meat. I hate sweet meat."
Yeah, we don't do sweet stuff here.
Thank you for reminding me, man.
They didn't like it at all. I felt so bad.
Yeah,
I didn't know.
Those Chinese seasoning style. Yeah, it's weird.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad we don't have it here. I don't miss it.
You don't miss sweet and sour chicken or
any kind of meat. Oh man.
I found this type of food in South Africa as well. They have sweet chicken, they have beans, sweet and sour as well.
Yeah, it's good.
I love it.
We don't do that.
And because of the British, they have a lot of British influence. We have the right influence here.
Portuguese cuisine.
Yes. Like the barbecue. I think Josué has seen it. The barbecue is like seasoning. The barbecue sauce. I don't think it should be called that because
we have to change that
there's
name.
A lot of sugar. There's like sugar in there. It's like it doesn't make any sense.
Are you talking about here?
Make any sense. Yes.
Yes.
The barbecue sauce. Because I think I've been invited. I've been invited to a barbecue by some friends. I think it was in the first year. I think I was in the U.S. and it was quite like the thing. It was like, man, this is meat. Yeah. and then they have the barbecue sauce, and then they're like, oh, and then it would just ruin everything.
So you could have.
I couldn't leave.
You could have asked them not to put sauce on yours.
I didn't know.
Some people take their sauce seriously though. Like they'll get offended if you don't because they like prepare it some weird way.
Yes,
that's me.
Days to make it.
Yeah.
Like I enjoy it, but I could see why like some people like to make it really spicy too though, and that's like it's either really sweet or really spicy.
I kind of like make mine in the middle. It's a little sweet and spicy, but I don't always put it. I usually ask people first. I don't put it on the meat until I let them know, like, hey, do y'all want this on the side? And let them try it. And if they like it, then I'll put it in there.
But, I remember the first time I went to get a burger. It was in a restaurant called Burger King, and they asked me in South Africa. They asked me if I want the barbecue sauce. I say, yeah, definitely. Let me have a try. When they brought the burger to me, I just bite once and I couldn't finish it. I gave up.
Really?
Just because of the sweet sauce. Yeah. I quit.
Well, that's good to know. I didn't. I feel bad because I definitely bought them some Chinese food that had sweet and sour.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So. That's good to know. Yeah. So, but I know I can go to South Africa and enjoy Burger King though, at least.
Oh yeah.
They have most of the franchises. McDonald's. Yeah.
But you gotta try Nando's. Maybe if you've heard of Nando's.
Nando's.
Oh yeah,
perfect.
That's the go-to place, Nando's.
Where in
Best chicken.
Luanda?
In South Africa.
Oh, South Africa.
I
Okay.
think they may have it in the UK as well. But did it start in South Africa, Josué? Nando's?
I don't
I
think
think
so.
so. I
Not
don't
sure.
know. But yeah, Nando's is the go-to place in South Africa.
Definitely.
What's the coffee like in Angola?
Coffee. Man, it's very, very disappointing.
So you like the coffee here better?
Yeah, well, yes. Well, it depends. Because do you guys know Claudio, right? So
Yeah.
Claudio, Josué, it's my coffee mentor. Because he prepares his coffee. Like he grinds it. He does the whole thing. I think he was the one who got me into um craft something. What do you call it? Craft coffee. Is that a thing? Craft coffee, like where you buy the beans and you do it yourself.
Oh.
I've been to Starbucks and stuff, but then when I started making it, I was like, yeah, I don't know, you have more control over it. I just enjoyed it. But I think we're very new to like specialty coffee. I think that's what it's called. Even the simplest thing is iced coffee. It's very new. Josué just tried the other day iced tea. He hated it. I don't know why.
Yeah, I don't do.
I
don't do it.
But we produce a lot of coffee, a lot of like nice coffee, but we export most of it. We don't have most coffees that you can buy like in the coffee shops. It's like espresso and that's basically, and cappuccinos. That's basically it. We don't have anything else.
Okay.
Well, it depends on what you like. I like the specialty stuff with flavors and stuff. Ethiopian coffees, the chocolate infused, all of those things.
Hey, are any of the franchises that are here in the States, are any of those in Luanda too?
Nope.
Yeah, we have KFC. Well, I mean,
Oh,
you mean
KFC.
coffee franchises? Or
okay, so you got KFC.
We have KFC and what else? I think that's the main one.
That's it. Yeah, we don't have McDonald's. We don't have nothing.
That's not bad. That's not a bad thing.
Well, Pizza Hut. Don't we have Pizza Hut?
Oh yeah, we do. We do have Pizza Hut.
Yes, we do have Pizza Hut as well. That's basically it.
Oh,
KFC and Pizza Hut.
That reminds me. So I'm wondering if there's any like, I'm trying to. Do y'all have like Rodizio's de Pizza in Angola and in Luanda?
We only have the carne, rodizio de carne.
Okay. Because in Brazil, they have Rodizio's de Pizza, where they walk around with pizza everywhere, and there's different flavors.
Interesting.
No.
Yeah.
I think there's like 1 million different pizza places in Brazil, though.
Yeah, there are. They love their pizza. I've had some really interesting combinations. They actually had a chocolate one, believe it or not.
Wow.
Yeah, it was actually pretty good. It was like the pizza crust with chocolate and like whipped cream and stuff on top.
No, you guys need to get the barbecue chicken pizza.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes. And that's the worst pizza I've had. Oh man. Yes. I'm glad Domino's, they have the website where you can, like, when you order, you can choose what goes into the pizza. I was like, man, that was because when we used to order, people would see barbecue and they would just order for everyone, and then we'd see it. It's sweet. I was like, oh, no, I'll take maybe 2 bites, but that was it. That was it. I don't think. I think I spent maybe 5 or 6 years in the US, and I didn't get used to the sweet stuff on the sweet flavor on meat mainly. Yeah, I couldn't.
Hey, I was looking at some other pictures of Luanda. Let me ask you this: so for like your typical shopping that you do for groceries, I know this is kind of a weird question, but do y'all normally go to like? Do you have a lot of street markets, or do you go to like a giant supermercado, like supermarket, or where do you typically go for that when you're doing your
Oh, yeah.
shop?
For rich people like Josué, yeah, maybe the market. Well, I think most people go to like street stuff, like the street markets, what we call the plazas.
Okay.
Plazas. Yeah, that's the yeah for like the majority of Angolans.
Okay.
It's street markets. Yeah.
I
How
have
much
a
you
street
It's
market
cheaper.
right across my house. I just open the door and there are people selling. I can get my tomatoes, meat, rice, and beans. I mean,
Yeah,
I can
just
have my dinner. Just open the door and buy everything.
Oh, really?
Yep,
yes.
I live in the middle of a street market.
Okay. You got to give. Okay. You got to message me your address so that when I come to Luanda, I know where to go.
Yes.
So how would you like compare the differences between like the flavors and the fruit here and the fruit in Luanda?
Ooh, well, I think my greatest disappointment was the mangoes. There's no mangoes in the U.S. Um, not real, like the
Well,
real.
most of the mangoes we have here, most of them come from Mexico.
Yeah, I think they
Or
do something to them because
South America, like Chile. We don't grow a lot of
yeah,
mangoes in the U.S. except for Hawaii. And
maybe yeah, it's the time that they store it for. It just messes it up.
yeah, it does because
Um,
they have to pick them before they're ripe and then ship them.
Oh.
So
yeah,
it's not
yeah.
going to be. They're not native. They're not natively
Mm-hmm.
grown here, except for like I said, maybe Hawaii. And you know what? Florida may have some. Like Southern Florida might have some too, but
Yeah.
So
most
are
of
they
them.
not sweet here, or are they too sweet, or?
Yeah, they're not as sweet in the US. Like I don't know, you just it's not as like genuine. It's because I think mainly because um, they're mainly found in like in stores like fries and stuff like that, and it's really weird here to like for you to buy fruits in like stores. Like you gotta go like to the street markets where they have like where they bring straight from the what do you call the farms and stuff like that. So
Mhm.
it's kind of weird. So I don't think I ever got used to that. Where yeah, but yeah, it's not his sweet, not his as original, I guess.
No, I can definitely see that. I mean, that makes sense. Like I said, a lot of stuff we import a lot of stuff. So
Yeah, it
unless you
does.
go to
Yeah.
like a farmer's market or something, a lot of times you're getting food from a pretty far place. Like so.
Mm-hmm.
Now you said the market right across the street from where you live, Josué. So when you walk outside, so let's just say you want to go out and grab some stuff. I'm trying to figure out cost of different things. So like, how much
Okay.
would it be
Mm-hmm.
for I don't know, a pound of rice, some meat, tomatoes, typical grocery bill for a week? How
Oh
much would
yeah,
you spend on
you
groceries?
should maybe use kilograms and
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah.
we don't we don't do that.
Yeah,
Sorry.
we don't do
Elvis
pounds and
Phillips, the LVS. We don't do LVS.
pounds and ounces. A lot of boom. Okay.
Like if you want to get groceries
Uh,
for a week.
well, as I said, Luanda, it's one of the most expensive places here in Africa, if not in the world. So even if you go and buy things for a week, you can spend like 30,000 kwanzas or more. It depends on what you get. But for if you go and buy things for a day, maybe you can get it a little bit cheaper. Perry, I think you have to do the maths to convert to US dollars. How will it be? 30,000 kwanzas, maybe for
That's
a week.
30,000 kwanzaa. That's $51.50.
Ooh la la, that's nothing.
That's nothing.
I think I spent like maybe $60 on fogo de chão once.
At a restaurant? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you I think 30,000 is what did you call it? The Josué, the salario minimum, the minimum salary?
Minimum wage, maybe.
The minimum wage, yeah. For a typical person, maybe it's around that, like 50.
It's around that, yeah.
Like 50,000, 50 to 70. So like 30,000 is a lot of money to just rush it.
Yeah.
Wait, so 50,000 a what, per month?
Per month.
Or less, yeah.
Or less, yeah. 50 to 70 for like a regular person.
So 50,000 a month is like $85.84 a month.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it's the dinero is
it's a lot here, but when you convert it to the US, yeah, it's little. But that's all the person can get for the whole month. So if he goes and buys food, he cannot pay the rent. And sometimes you gotta make a choice. You pay your rent or you buy food. So yeah.
Wow.
So yeah, that's why a lot of people, it's hard for a lot of people to buy like in bulk. Yeah, that's why people go like the street markets are very popular because it's has unique capacity, like just price and you get it.
So did you guys run out of toilet paper when this coronavirus stuff started happening?
Nope.
Oh, actually wanted to send some pictures. We had a lot of toilet paper.
We had a lot of toilet paper.
Yeah.
Yeah, when we were recording one of our podcasts on my way over to Aaron's house, I drove and I just heard that they were running out. So I went into a Fry's just to check it out and it was just all gone. It was like weird.
Wow.
Like they were out. They had signs up saying like, "Yeah, we're out. Stop trying to buy 50 of them at once."
Oh, so and so we actually saw. So Josué, I work at a supermarket here.
Okay.
And so there were days where we would get the truck in and they would drop off like toilet paper and other stuff, and there will be people lined up waiting to get the toilet paper, and like we actually have people fighting in our store over toilet paper. So we had a limit. You could only get so many. People would try to buy more. So yeah, it was pretty crazy. Entertaining a little bit, but crazy.
Yeah, we didn't have that.
Yeah, and Perry sent a picture, and he was standing at the supermarket, and there was like this huge wall of toilet paper behind him. Like,
oh yeah, you can send it. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
Maybe because we didn't get I think the coronavirus here, it started very slowly. We didn't get all like the panic. I think for like 2 months, we're getting like 1 case or 2 cases a week. But yeah, so people that didn't get as desperate.
I think the only thing that ran out is the soap and the alcohol gel. What is alcohol gel? Alcohol gel.
The hand sanitizer.
The hand sanitizer and the soap. That's the only thing that ran out.
Yeah, those sold fast, very very fast.
Yeah.
Everyone, But yeah,
So before we go, can you guys tell Aaron or tell us a joke in Portuguese? That you guys like, maybe a popular one there from Angola.
Go ahead.
Popular joke in Portuguese. Teu pai pulou da janela, se aleijou. Is it the joke? I think it's something changed there. Teu cocô pulou da janela, se aleijou, maybe something like that.
Yeah, so
I don't know.
What about the windows?
That's the lowest one. No man. You gotta translate it, man.
No, this is only for Portuguese speaking people. They will get it.
It doesn't translate.
No, I don't know how to translate this.
I think that's the problem with jokes. Yeah.
Well, some of our
Difficult.
listeners do
Muy
speak
triste.
Portuguese, so that's why. If I don't get it, someone else will.
Yeah, I'm trying to think
Oh,
of
yes.
another joke. It's difficult.
Let's see. Jokes. I'm not really good at those things. I am. I think my mustache, it's like the Angolan joke. Besides that, yeah.
Well, it's
Really
all
bad.
good. It's all good. Next time we'll
Yes.
think of.
We'll text you some if you remember.
Okay,
Yeah. It's better. Yeah.
that works. Well, hey, thanks a lot. We appreciate y'all for taking some time out to join us on our podcast. And this is definitely going to be a different one. This is the first one that I think we've had internationally, I think.
Yeah.
So,
I
yeah,
think the farthest one that we've had is like someone in Arkansas. Oh, no. We had someone from Connecticut.
yeah.
Okay.
Connecticut.
So that's the furthest
It
we've
is a
had.
pleasure. Yes.
Yes.
Quite a pleasure.
Anytime, any day. Let us know.
All right, we will. Well, thanks again. We'll appreciate it.
Thank you. We also
Thanks
enjoyed.
for the invite.
This has been Two Crazy Scoops Podcast with your hosts Ao and Antino. Thanks for joining us and have a great rest of your day. And eat some caterpillars.
Yeah, you gotta try catato.
Oh man.